Right guys, how's it going? We're just gonna throw this out there that there was a new patch, so this is now an Ultimate Guide bonus because there is some new stuff added. Now before we go any further, huge red flag for spoilers, but that is the nature of these videos. So, yeah, let's get right into it. So the new patch added a new NPC and a new boss fight. Aldia, the Scholar of the First Sin. The prerequisites for Aldia are pretty much as follows. You have to kill the 4 old ones, so the Rotten in the Gutter, the Old Iron King in the Iron Keep, the Sinner in the Sinner's Rise, and Freya in Seldora. Now don't worry if you've already beaten these bosses before the patch came out, that's fine, just go to the Gutter, that's where Aldia will be. But that's pretty much how you get the boss to spawn.
Yeah, so if you've already bought the game and beat the bosses,
then you still get access to this content. Don't worry, you can still do this. Just as we said, go to the Rotten's Primal Bonfire.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much how you get Aldia to show up in the first place.
So after that, he shows up in a couple of other locations. So basically, once you've met him the first time after the last, Primal Bonfire, he'll then show up in Undead Crypt. They've moved the bonfire, so he now kind of shows up just before the stairs.
Yeah, the new bonfire is at the bottom of the first staircase, so I'm assuming they moved that so that it'd fit there and not because everyone's a retard and completely missed that.
Yeah. But so basically he'll then start talking to you and you just want to say yes to his question, and then that'll progress into the next area.
And of course, now that you've spoken to Aldia and Undead Crypt, he will show up in Dragon Shrine.
At the first bonfire.
At the first bonfire. A smaller version of him so that he fits in the room because they didn't move that bonfire. So that leads us then to question, why did they move the Undead Crypt bonfire? But yeah, he's going to show up here, talk to him again, etc, etc.
And again,
yes.
ask it yes.
Yeah, he'll ask you, do you still seek or some shit like that. Just say yes, and that's your interactions with Aldia. Done.
Yeah, there's not a lot. But now he will then show up after you defeat Nishandra.
Yep, so let's cut to that. So, just another thing about Aldia, before he will, I suppose, show up after Nishandra, you have to kill Vendrick. Make sure you do this before Nishandra so you can get the alternate ending. We're not 100% sure if you can get it after you kill Nishandra and go through that ending and get the credits. It wouldn't really make sense for them to allow you to have a second ending.
Yeah. So it makes sense to just kill Vendrick before you do Nishandra, otherwise as soon as you kill Nishandra it'll just take you to the normal ending, we assume. You
may as well kill Vendrick after you speak to him in Undead Crypt, because the first time you fight Vendrick, he is at his weakest state. It's as if you have the 5 giant souls on you, so you may as well take advantage of that while you can. But
so yeah, that's just a little thing to mention. You need to do that or else you can't fight him here essentially.
So yeah, you just completely seen me get wrecked there by Aldia.
So this essentially means that at the end of the game, this unlocks an alternative ending, by the way. So to get the alternative ending, it means that not only do you need to do the Throne Watcher, Throne Defender and Nishandra, you also need to do Aldia, who I would say is arguably harder than Nishandra.
He is harder than Nishandra. You'll notice a few things, you might not notice actually in this, but basically, see when he's like that, when he's all on fire and shit, he does damage to you as you stand close to hit him. Yeah. He also takes next to 0 damage.
Yeah, we've made a character that has massive DPS and we're doing a decent amount of damage, but if you don't have the kind of speedrunner setup we're using, he's probably going to be a lot harder, honestly.
Yeah, his attacks are quite strange as well. He has a few attacks that we've seen. We don't know if we've seen them all, but he has a few of them.
So he has a teleport thing, and then when he goes to his next area, he'll explode. Now at that stage, he pretty much has fire on him all the time, but as soon as he teleports to his new area, the fire isn't there for a short period, so that's kind of your time to hit.
And that's when he will take regular amounts of damage as well, by the way.
Yeah.
He also has a few attacks that you can see here. He's got a fireball version of Affinity,
which you can fire out a bunch of, and sometimes they don't hit the ground.
He can chain it together as well. He had 8 of them on me at one point. If they miss the ground, they will loop around and they might come back around, of course. Another one of his attacks is you've seen him channel it, and you've seen him channel it a few seconds ago, where he channels like the massive Forbidden Sun. This one right here, right above his head.
Now he's incredibly open at this point, but he does this thing. If it hits you, it does massive amounts of damage.
Yeah, you've got about maybe 10 seconds where you can get in there and just beat the shit out of him, and just then make sure you've got enough stamina to get away, because this thing hits like a fucking truck.
Now the issue is,
just before you go ahead with that, there's two more attacks that I've seen that we might not see in this. We've seen one of them already. He'll put his tentacles sort of things in the ground, and it'll be like Fire Snake.
Yeah.
Whereas
Firestorm.
No, Fire
oh,
Snake.
there's one like Fire Snake
Yeah,
as well.
the Fire Snake one chases you in that, where it's just they just keep popping up one after the other. You just got to run away from it and then get behind it, essentially, so because it can't track you that quickly. And the other one is when he will put all of them like in the ground around them, as opposed to all in front of him, and you'll see like little sort of flame pads appear just before the tentacles come out. That's like the Firestorm thing that he does. Those are the only attacks that we've seen him do so far. This is the Flame Snake one that we're talking about, by the way.
Now,
so yeah, be careful
if he gets to low health, the fire around him will get much more intense. Now this makes him a lot harder, because
we'll cut to that bit right now, actually, because in fact it'll be right after this he'll do it. It's like once his health gets below half, he will do this, and he'll basically immolate himself. You'll see him do it in a second. And basically the fire damage that he does to you when you stand near him,
it's like 5
doubles.
times as much or something.
No, it's like
it essentially means that when he has his openings where you get to attack him, he does significantly larger amounts of damage to you, so it makes him all that much harder to actually get damage into him.
But of course, like when he has the immolation around him, he takes barely any damage anyway, so it's best just to avoid hitting him when he's in this state, I suppose.
Yeah, your best option is wait till he's charging up the big orb, essentially.
Yeah, wait till he's charging up the big orb, or like this, where he's got a massive window. You see here, like I think this is the clincher. I think this is when he's dead, actually. But so yeah, that's pretty much the strategy we figured out for Aldia right away, is just attack him when he doesn't have the fire around him. And of course this unlocks more dialogue and an alternate ending sequence.
Yeah.
The really cool thing about the endings is that it's two little beams of light, and they don't automatically start. So like you'll go up to one and it will say press X to leave the throne.
Yeah.
Or you go up to the other one and it will say press X to enter the throne. And of course, leaving gives you the alternate ending, a sort of, I suppose,
throwback to Dark Souls 1,
where you could light the flame, or you could usher in a new area of darkness, that sort of thing there. But the really cool thing is that he gives you dialogue the entire time you're with him, basically, other than the actual boss fight.
Now, we've not really analysed this, so we don't know how much light it actually sheds.
Yeah, we're just going to wait for Vati's video on it.
Honestly, honestly, everything they said sounded a hell of a lot like all the stuff the Emerald Herald says to you anyway.
Yeah,
so.
it's quite reminiscent. So this is me like doing the slow walk, expecting it to just auto, and then I'm like, oh well, that kind of ruins the cool factor. So I'm like, wait, is the other one a press X? And it is.
So anyway, if you want to watch the ending, then you can, or you can, do it for yourself.
You can save it for yourself, but we're going to include the ending right now, so we're going to let you guys watch this, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Yeah, so hopefully that was helpful, I guess, and yeah, there you go.
See you later, mate.
There is no path. Beyond the schemes I've been what you've done. What could possibly await us? And yet we seek it in safety.